Time's up. Let's do this.
Welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen, to the Legends 3, and this is the third installment between the Legends players in Southeast Asia. This is a Southeast Asian Legends Invitational. It's a best of 5 single elimination format where players are seeded according to the ladder rank for the month of August back in Season 5. And yeah, I am Babael. Today joining me is Katips. Hope you guys enjoyed this cast, and we're going to bring you a lot more games along the way. Looking forward to what both of these players have to offer, and it's going to be between adyb and iambiscuit. The winner will go through to the semi-final, and it seems like adyb once again meets the gatekeeper iambiscuit, and whoever wins this series will go into the semi-finals and will be guaranteed at least 50 Singapore dollars. Do note the prize pool for this tournament are all sponsored by Hearthstone Southeast Asia, and they range a total of 600 Singapore dollars, with the first prize getting 300 Singapore dollars, straight up half of the pie there, and 150 for the second place. Third place gets 100 Singapore dollars, and at the fourth and final place we have 50 Singapore dollars as consolation prize. So that's it, Katips. So far, how have the games been treating you?
They have been excellent. I mean, we were expecting the best of the best from the region, and we are seeing some excellent plays. We have seen very minimal mistakes, and players are showing their true mettle as legend players. And just wanted to thank you as well, and for Epic Gaming Television for bringing us this stream. And it has been quite a day. I hope you guys as well in the chat room are enjoying cheering on your favorite players. We see a lot of Staz boys in the chat. Yeah, but up now is adyb versus iambiscuit. I am expecting this is going to be a ramp druid versus control warrior. So classic Clash of the Titans, this matchup, I think. This is a season 1 slugfest pretty much, I think. How do you feel about this matchup? I don't know actually. For me, this is kind of like a depends on who gets their threats first kind of match. What do you think?
I think this is actually a very exciting matchup because Druid's gonna have a lot of good position up against Warrior, and Warrior don't really have all the space in the world to deal with Druid. Druid also has got a lot of big minions, which is why it could be quite hard for Warrior to deal with them along the way.
So that's going to be an early coin into Wild Growth. adyb wants that Spectral Knight out, and then followed by Karen. And I think it's a good point that you mentioned. If the Ramp Druid manages to put down a lot of big threats, it's going to be hard. He only has 2 executes. He only has possibly just 1 brawl. But here comes Spectral Knight now on turn 2. That's ridiculous.
Yes, it is, and it looks pretty bad already here for iambiscuit. Do note, we always forget the RAM factor from Druid, and Druid always has the ability to play minions way before time here, and that means that they are definitely going to be ahead of the curve if they have those wild growth, which is what you can see here is going to happen.
I just saw what now from Garrosh, and that's right, what now 4-6 is going to be crazy value. Okay, this is a potential. I think it's going to be a Wrath into hero power for it to take out the 1-4 and then 4-6 to face. Start off the party early with a Spectral Knight. I really like Spectral Knight. It's just, you know, Fairy Dragon is already good value, but her big brother is just crazy. He's just so buff.
Oh man, yep, and there is no way the Warrior can deal with that easily because we're not looking at Shield Slam, we're not looking at Execute. None of those spells will cut through the Spectral Knight. And also it's a 4-6 big minion that deals 4 damage. The Armor Smith is gonna get completely humiliated here, and I think that's just all about it. He can actually rough for 3 and deal 1 damage there, but I think he might want to save the rough for cut draw. It's going to be up to adyb. So yes, he's going to efficiently remove that Armor Smith without any damage on the Spectral Knight.
Yep. Clear path for the 4-6 of the face. And that just negates iambiscuit's armor. Still no way to deal with this 4-6, and we do have 2 Forces of Nature now in the hand of adyb. And the ability to play Karen in the next 2 turns. Shield Master not really going to do much with hero power. Spectral Net just gonna bust through. Loatheb, is now the time to play Loatheb, you think? Oh no, I think it just wants to get through the Shield Master. Yep, 4-3 still there. So what are the options for the next, like, maybe 2 or 3 turns for iambiscuit? Does he have any threats? Okay, so that's fine. That's right.
Yep, Death Spite. Very, very good and strong card as well. Would be very effective to just try and clear the board a little bit. Cane Bloodhoof gonna come out here as well for adyb. And so far, it's just good that I'm just happy he took care of the Spectral Knight, because that is just such a sticky minion with so much problem. It's gonna be a Mirror Cane, so right, not looking like it's actually gonna care. Oh, but that Keeper of the Grove top deck, you gotta be kidding me! Instantaneous silence on a 4/5. Such punishment, so harsh.
And notice adyb has been drawing into answers. There has been so many answers from him so far.
This is just adyb, you know, he will draw all the answers before he reaches the grand final, and once he's there, he's gonna lose straight out and get second place. That is just the life of adyb. He's been like that for 2 Legends tournament, already back-to-back second place, you know, and just so close from a big beefcake of $300, but still a very respectable player, and as you can see here, doing all those nice moves like Jagger.
So Bane is gonna come out to play. Here comes Swipe now, but Yeti, of course, is gonna be a great play here. I think you can Yeti into Hero Power, into Bane, into the Sludge Belcher. Just make him waste the charges on his Fire Oryx. Or he could also Loatheb. How would you?
You can also swipe Hero Power, I think.
Swipe Hero Power. I
Yeah,
kind of
not
want
the
to get
best
the Yeti
option. Not the best option, but
yeah,
okay,
because you're not really very many minions to target Swipe with, especially with keeping in mind Acolyte of Pain and Armorsmith. They get too much value out of something like Swipe, so using it early against a minion, I think, is, you know, pretty. I mean, not the best choice, but I guess possible. Or he could just sacrifice one of his Forces of Nature to take out the 3/5. Cleanly taking out the Sludge Belcher. So that's a 6-card drop versus a 6-card drop. So I think that's not so bad. Yeah. Manages to to keep his Swipe and keep his Yeti. So how do you feel about that play? I think that's pretty fair. 6 for 6. Not counting the Hero Power.
I think he did that very nicely with good efficient removals once again, but once you have a second Sludge Belcher, what are you gonna do here?
Just slap yourself in the face. That's annoying.
Oh man. Man.
Or that. Or you can just draw into a silence. That also works. That's painful. That's gonna be because do you consider is there anything else that you can get value out of silence from? I think this is the best one, isn't it?
Yeah, you just silence the 3/5, go for face, you know, play Loatheb. What's he gonna do? He can't do anything next turn. He doesn't have armor for Shield Slam. Oh no, he's not even gonna do that. Just gonna flood the board. I think he's setting up for Force of Nature finisher next turn with that silence. Oh, Ysera. Like that's gonna do jack.
You know, the silence into Force of Nature is excellent. So that's 6, 10, 11. Oh, sorry, 15, 19. Yeah.
Still not lethal though.
Still not lethal.
Which is why I would have preferred a lot if he silenced the 3/5 this turn instead and play Loatheb. Not play the Yeti, just play the Loatheb. He would have been able to deal 4 damage to the face. Do not silencing the Sludge Belcher also removes the taunt. So effectively that means it's going to be a 20 health even if he armors up this turn. And 20 health for you, it's going to be like a total of I think it's still not going to be enough, is it? Let me see. 4 plus 6, 10. Yeah, actually it is going to be enough if he did that play. 23 damage, but okay, big stuff. And it seems like the 4-2-5-2 just gonna die to Baron here. Very, very good play by iambiscuit.
Very nice. Oh gosh, suddenly it's an even game. It's 18-17 now in favor of adyb.
Yeah, and I think that really is more to the credit of iambiscuit for figuring out that play. I think that worked out very well.
Definitely. Huh. I think Swipe is in order right now. swipe into...
Don't you wish you just have that spell power plus?
Yes, exactly. He can swipe the... Yeah, I guess Baron Geddon swipe, and then Keeper of the Grove. Yeah, I think that's the best possible play. Just enough mana to take out the Ooze also, and deal 4 damage, dropping down Iambiscuits at 12, and retaining some sticky minions. So that's 6, 10. So that's 12 damage next turn. He does have lethal next turn with Force of Nature. Is there any answer? Right. Is there any defense from Iambiscuit? Oh, well, there we go.
Double shield block, that's about it.
Double shield block. I think he needs to, yes, definitely.
Back to 18. Savage Roar, however, will end this game.
Yep. So that's 15.
Does adyb top deck that as well?
Savage Roar? Nope.
Nope.
He wants it though. He's gonna try and draw for it.
Yeah, very good time to draw for cards right now. Gets a Wrath and Innovate. Not really what he wants, right?
Yeah, so just on Fury right now, I think, and then just go... Wants to protect his 5/5, okay.
I think also he's just trying to play around his health total, given the fact that there is always the Angry Grommash hiding somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like that Iambiscuit didn't use both shield block, he used only one.
That's right.
So here he still has the chance to use the second one. And with the AOP top deck, he's going to draw one extra card from the Acolyte of Pain. There we go, and it's going to pick up a Lower Thab. That is really good against Druid for finisher.
Yep, definitely. I think he needs to play it now. Yep. Here comes Lotheb. Does he have enough? 6, 11, 14. Nope. And besides, he can't play it anyway. My mistake. I think Yeti.
Yeti's the only thing he can do here.
Yeah.
Yeti, and maybe trade a 5/4 for the 5/5 and the 2/2 just to kill the AOP.
Yes.
Is he really gonna rough for 3? I think he is. That's the second rough he's gonna use there. Seems like half the screen is lagging for adyb.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm seeing the same thing also.
Okay, he's just gonna rough for 3. Uses the very effective way to clear the board. Uses the 5/4 to deal damage on the face and continue to pressure Iambiscuit, forcing those defensive plays coming up from the warrior.
Is Alexstrasza in the hand of Iambiscuit?
Nope. But here comes the Iron Big Owl, and I think Iambiscuit really just wants to get more draws right now. Force of Nature is going to deal 6 plus 5, that's going to be 11. Grommash just going to say hi. Kills the Ancient of Lore. 9 health. All he needs is just that Savage Roar to just tie up the series here. He gets a second Ancient of Lore.
Oh boy. Okay. If he plays Ancient of Lore, it's not going to be enough mana, even with Innervate, to get out the Force of Nature. He might need to Force of Nature to clear the board.
That is the last Force of Nature for him.
That's right.
And the real question is, does he have any other finisher in his deck other than the full FON combo? It's not looking like it's a token druid deck, you know, this is just standard RAM.
Although that means he might have Ancient of War, so that we haven't seen those yet. But if he's running double Savage or double Force of Nature, possibly he's not running Ancient of War. We don't know. Also double Yeti. I think he needs to clear the board. Buy himself some time. Yep, there you go. So some breathing room for Iambiscuit. He lives to fight another day. And possibly just Yeti coming down now. Yep, here comes Yeti. Innervate into hero power just to buff himself up a little more. With 1 armor, that's going to drop Iambiscuit down to 8. Still within striking range. If he draws another swipe, that's still it.
Yeah, and I think that using Innovate there really is just because of the fact that there is no other chance for him to play Innovate already after this point. The Force of Nature is one of the most expensive finisher by itself. The whole combo costs 9 mana, so that is one of the main reasons why he keeps Innovate for that. But once he uses both Force of Nature, there's no real reason for him to do that anymore. Shoe block once again. Armor Smith. And he's back to 15. Oh man, the shade so late.
So late. Late of the next Rammus.
Ragnaros. Druid of the Claw. Still has some fight in him. Oh man,
Is
half
it
the screen.
does it look like, I mean, it's definitely board control in the favor of adyb. Does iambiscuit have any comeback yet? He hasn't played Sylvanas, he hasn't played Ragnaros yet.
He's got Ysera in the hand for so long, but he doesn't have a space to play that. And just gonna try and draw a card as much as possible. There goes the YOLO Brawl with the AOP. 25% chance going towards him, and I think he is not gonna get it. Is he? Nope. Alright, he loses. I think, yep, there we go. That's just the 5-5 on the field at the end of the day. Execute's gonna kill that. Or he's gonna kick himself once he sees Ragnaros next.
And there comes Savage Roar. So if Ragnaros doesn't was that
Raging.
enough? Wait, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, it's not enough.
No, it's not
yeah,
enough.
just Ragnaros and Hero Power. And the next turn, surprise, it's gonna be Druid of the Claw with Savage Roar.
That is 6 plus 2, 8 plus 1, maybe 9 damage. But yep, there we go. So like I said, he's gonna kick himself here for doing the execute play on that Ancient of Lore. Oh,
So even if he had us, I think, was that his first or second execute?
that was his
His first.
first, I think.
And that is it. He's just gonna swing for Ragnaros to finish himself off. Well played by adyb. And yeah, you were right. You know, your prediction, you were telling me about how Ramp can just put up so many threats one after the other, and sometimes Warrior is not able to keep up. And we just saw that right there. Too many threats in the late game, even if he didn't get the correct cards, even if he was forced to sacrifice his forces of nature, still managed to get the finish with Ragnaros.
Exactly, and here we have with us the second game of this series, still BO5, and iambiscuit still taking the top half of this board, this time around as the Rogue up against adyb playing still the Druid. May not be the same one, but looks like it's identical here. Still the Ramp.
Turn one
Wrath.
Yeti. Turn
Yep.
one Yeti, do it!
Oh, yeah, we're gonna see that, in fact, with the coin. But there is the sap there for iambiscuit, just saying.
Yeah. I mean, maybe save it for Ancient of Lore. Innervate into...
Is he-
is
is
he gonna
he-
do it? Oh gosh, YOLO Yeti, here we go.
Sap is gonna provide so much value.
iambiscuit's just gonna see the Yeti and he's like, nope, .jpeg, and he's gonna sap it.
For sure, man. No other place here. Sap the
Yeah.
Yeti.
Nope.
Reconstruct AYB's face. He's in shock right now.
Oh man. Well, he still has a turn 3 play, Shades of Naxxramas. And iambiscuit's time. iambiscuit's turn to go on the offensive. What does he play? Hero Power. For 1 damage. Nope, Blood Mage's gonna come down. Probably setting up. Does he have a backstab or anything in hand?
No. No backstab. Just have the Blade Flurry, SI Agent, that's about it. But it seems like Druid is not really favorable up against Rogue for one main reason. Is that, you know, Druid has got big minions, but there's always those double sap, eviscerate, irritating, wombo combo, yaga jaga. Those are just gonna kill everything that is of importance to the Druid. And Rogue on the flip side, they can just draw the rest of the deck out and they just keep going on and on, they don't know when to stop. Plus the fact that Druid don't really have good answers against the Gadget Sun once he's in Conceal. They don't have good bot clear mechanic, remember that. They only have got that Swipe. So Swipe is just very important in this position, as well as Keep Off the Grove. So that is just 4 answers for 2 Gadget Sun. So if they get those answers, they should be alright, but if not, they're a little bit of a trouble.
And also the fact that Ancient of Lore isn't generally used to heal up. You generally want to draw more as a druid. And other than hero power, there's not really much in the... I mean, with Rogue able to do huge burst damage, doesn't always work in the favor of druid. So there's also that. So, draw in full effect for iambiscuit. He's going to be dropping that Azure Drake. And let's see if adyb chooses to maybe use hero power and reveal his Shade of Naxxramas, possibly. He could also go for Druid of the Claw. Do you think he should just go for Druid for some defense? Sylvanas?
I think that one sap has been used up. This is where you start pressuring for the second sap to come up before your blueberries, cheese pie. That is the Ancient War, by the way. We call them blueberries here in Singapore. But really weird naming convention. Please ask Allura why if you do see him. He's playing at Game Start, by the way, guys. If you're in Singapore, please do swing by Game Start. And they're playing a show match between Kira and Allura. Would love to cast that, but I'm here doing this tournament, which I'm proud to be of course. So here, just to answer your question, yes, you definitely go in, but I'm not expecting cat form though. Still, he goes and picks off the Drake.
Well, you know, you don't really want to leave Rogue with spell power. They just get so much value out of Blood Mage and Azure Drake. So I mean, fair trade, I guess. 6 to cast versus a 5 to cast though, so little not in his favor. So let's see what iambiscuit chooses to play next. So for those who are just joining us, by the way, this is round 3 of the Legends tournament. We are playing the Legends qualified players that qualified back in August. So so lots of every month we do a exhibition tournament for the Legends players of the region, Southeast Asia. Thank you very much to both Blizzard Southeast Asia, Hearthstone Southeast Asia, and of course AGTV for this production. And yeah, hope you're having a good afternoon with us. We are seeing this third round between adyb, Singapore's one of Singapore's top players, versus iambiscuit from Malaysia.
Right, and speaking of which, I was just about to say that in a game against in a game against Rogue, that's where you can leave your shade to just completely beef itself up in the background. There is no real reason for you to show the shades up, because the moment it comes out, it's gonna get sapped, it's gonna get eviscerated, and everything else is gonna go haywire. Maybe even Blade Flurry is gonna be used here. Oh yeah, it is gonna get used. Uh-oh. Both shades. Okay, maybe one shade going down. Preparation again. Oh man, how many cards have you drawn from this engagement?
That's a lot of cards. So he chooses not to Blade for no, sorry. My mistake. Blade Flurry is gonna come out. That's gonna take out 2 shades. Does he have a Fan of Knives for a
just
follow-up?
one, just one shade. Just one shade.
Just one shade. That's right.
Right. Oh
So
man.
that's gonna be a 5-2. Backstabs his own auctioneer for the draw. Gutsy play. Very gutsy play.
I think he knows that the shade is not gonna come out here.
Yeah.
What he's doing is that he's trying to bait out the Force of Nature with a 4-2 on the board. You know? It could also be a Keep of the Grove, but I think it's more towards the fact that iambiscuit knows that there's no way he can keep his Gadget Son alive. So might as well do it in, you know?
And besides, Backstab's not gonna do much against the Ramp Druid minions anyway, so
Yep.
might as well open up options for himself rather than waste it on a minion and possibly not get value out of his auctioneer.
Right. So here we have the Shade of Naxxramas. I think it might just show its ugly face. There we go. And one of the most potential finishers for adyb is now gone down the drain. 4-6 cannot be sapped back. That's the main thing.
So that's gonna be 20 damage next turn from adyb, along with Spectral Knight, if he does the combo. So still not quite enough. Wow, Deadly Poison and Assassin's Blade. Here we go, 5-4 on that weapon, and Van Cleef coming out. Yikes, that's painful. I think... Uh-oh, there's no defense. Is this it? That's 11 damage on the board for iambiscuit.
Right, and oh man, I think that this is it. Seems like it would be it. Ancient of Lore.
Of course he can, you know, straight up he can use the combo already just to clear Van Cleef. Live to fight another day. Because that's still a lot of damage.
I think he's gonna do that.
10 damage still. No
Right.
Savage Roar though. Okay, he's gonna save it. He still wants a big finish.
2 turns for him before he gets counted out.
Yep. So are there any eviscerates in the hand of iambiscuit to possibly finish us off? Azure Drake. Eviscerate? Lothab, okay. He is down to 5. Oh gosh, Wild Growth, horrible. He has to heal, definitely. He's oops, half stone. Back up to 10 now. Gonna drop iambiscuit down to 21. Still 2 chargers on that Assassin's Blade. Lots of value from that combo. Assassin's Blade to Deadly Poison. Can iambiscuit finish this?
Oh yep, top deck shift though. So that's just nice 11. And it seems like we're gonna have iambiscuit taking away 1 game here in this BO5. So now it's 1 apiece.
So we did not see the bans from adyb and iambiscuit, but adyb is running Druid, Hunter, Priest, and Warlock. So he has a choice of Hunter, Priest, Warlock. Possibly, I don't know, maybe Priest got banned? I would have banned Priest. Priest is so strong in this current meta. I would be worried every time I play Priest. So instead, adyb is going to choose his Warlock. It's going to be a Handlock. And I like Handlock's chances versus Miracle Rogue, to be honest. Because once you set up those double Giant Taunt, it's really, really hard. And also there's Shadow Flame to get rid of Conceal. So I kind of like Handlock in this in this matchup.
Right, so here we have on the top half of this board, that would be iambiscuit, and he's playing Rogue once again. Golden Rogue, by the way. And down south, we have adyb from Singapore playing as the Handlock.
Yep. So adyb is going to choose to keep both of his Drakes and Soulfire. Mulligan into the double Twilight Drake. So it looks like he's just going to be watching and waiting, get to turn 4 and dropping the Twilight Drake, see if iambiscuit decides to use up one of his removals. So turn 2 now, standard for iambiscuit. He's just gonna go for the Wicked Knife, possibly gonna deal 1 damage. So I mean, Rogue versus Handlock has the potential for lots of burst damage, but of course they definitely have to be playing around the Molten Giants. You don't want to do as much too much damage that the Molten Giants come out for free. So adyb is just gonna keep on buffing his hand. No Mountain Giant in sight yet to take advantage of his hand. So it could potentially be a coin into Twilight Drake next turn. So let's see if he's gonna go for that one. Okay, so he's just gonna keep on healing himself. 3-3 on the board now for adyb. Excuse me. Nope. Still waiting on iambiscuit's play. Deadly Poison gonna come out, gonna take care of the Farseer tidily and clearing the board for iambiscuit. Let's see if he has a follow-up play. So no, I mean, there is an activator now in the hand of adyb. Probably not an ideal one mana-wise because it's 4 versus the Sun Furies 2. So iambiscuit, so think about it. So preparation's gonna go down. What's he gonna... Okay, Sinister Strike. I wonder... I am starting to... Okay, I was wondering why Sinister Strike came down, but it's to clear the way for Van Cleef. Shadow Flame now coming out for adyb. Here comes the first answer. 4-9 right out of the range of Van Cleef. 4 cards remaining in the hand of iambiscuit, and my apologies, I can't see the hand. But Azure Drake is going to come down, and wow, he's going to take the 4 damage just to get rid of that. 8-4 still remaining for Van Cleef. Hellfire just a little bit out of range, but he can go into a... he can coin out a Ancient Watcher into Shadow Flame. That will take care of them. And put him at the card lead still. He can coin. There we go. Sees the coin. And here comes the Shadow Flame, getting rid of Van Cleef. And the board, entire board for iambiscuit. Yeah, just got a shout out for Renee Wen from saying Malaysia represent in the chat. Here comes a potential. So he just chooses to draw. So what does the hand of iambiscuit look like to you? Is there any... Oh gosh, of all the things to go, it's the Sludge Belcher.
Mm-hmm.
How's his hand looking for iambiscuit?
Well, it looks like he has got, once again, the same irritating combo with the Assassin's Blade and Daily Poison. And that's going to deal some damage on adyb. This time around, as the handlock, I think he's actually got a better chance because of the Molten Giant factor.
Yes! There's a second one, our favorite card. Sludge Belcher gonna give the 4/8 Twilight Drake free reign to do some damage. Unless, of course, Sap comes out for iambiscuit.
There is Sap there for iambiscuit.
He's
not so
gonna go
much.
for it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not so much about that Sap. I think it's more like he really just wants to dig deeper into his deck.
Chip?
Sap here is gonna buy him some time, but you remember that as a rogue against handlock, you really just want to Sap against those giants that are so fat and irritating halfway through the game, and maybe deal some damage post Sap, and not right now. It's gonna
So Molten
conceal.
Giant is now down to 5 cost. Farseer, very nice timing, I think.
Right.
He can Farseer into Defender Vargas, or he can just drop the Molten Giant. Oh, sorry, Molten Giant. That's also potentially.
Here I would actually tap Molten Giant Farseer, but that would be pretty
Yeah.
expensive. That'd be pretty expensive.
Although it does maximize his mana. It does
Yep.
maximize his mana.
And it gives you one free card, so you are trying to bid out that Sap, and in general you just see so much health already. Oh, okay, he's actually going to heal up the Drake, which means that Sap here is going towards the Drake, and if it does connect on the Drake,
So he hasn't
adyb
actually.
is going to
this is
flip
the
some
first-
table.
This is the first Tawner he's drawn. He hasn't drawn into his 2 Sun Furies or his second Defender of Argus. So I'm thinking that he knows that there's a chance for it to come out and then activate it on his Molten Giant. So 7 damage on the board. Twilight Drake is gonna get sapped, and possibly 5 damage being dealt now to adyb. Yup, 10 health left. Farseer gonna go up, 14 up for iambiscuit. And here come the free giants. I think free giants into Siphon Soul, and then 2 damage. Because that's the second sap already, isn't it? Oh no, sorry, that's the first sap.
That's the first Sap.
Yeah. I would play double giants, Siphon Soul. That's my play.
Right, but next turn, okay, Siphon Soul heals him up to 13. There is Eviscerate, there's also Sinister Strike in the hand there for iambiscuit, so that's gonna deal 6 damage. Plus the 5 in hand, that's 11. So it should still be alright for him, but he needs to know that Siphon Soul is the only play here for him.
Yep. 10 damage. If you start to go below 14 against Rogue, it's a little bit scary. So I think, free giants can, free giant is a free giant. It's just, if he baits out Sap, that's still good because he has 2 of them. 1 Sap has already been used. And yep, so he's gonna go for double giants, hoping for an activator. Siphon Soul gonna go down for adyb, and that drops iambiscuit down to 12 within lethal striking range. Did he draw into anything that can do up to 13?
Well, he still has got that shift though.
So is he Hail Mary?
Oh,
shift?
Maligos! Oh man, Maligos.
So late.
Maligos. But it's still enough. That shift saved him. I think that shift saved him. Yeah, there we go.
Whoa.
Eviscerate. And we have just enough damage. Crazy game.
So that's 2-0 now for iambiscuit. He is on match point, I believe.
Yeah.
So
No,
it
2
looks
and 1,
like-
2 and 1.
2 and 1. So it looks
Yeah, 2
like
and 1.
it is the priest that got banned for adyb because he is now going to play as hunter, his last deck. And I mean, Hunter's still strong. Mid-range Hunter still.
I think
sorry,
he's playing priest. Yeah,
sorry,
Hunter
sorry.
got
I got
banned.
it backwards. Yep, Hunter got banned. Priest is so strong in this current meta. I'm assuming this is the Undertaker one, but he is running 2 Soul Priests. Yeah. Let's see if he draws into his Undertaker.
Man, this is not going to be a Legends tournament if adyb doesn't end a second.
He's turning into the King of Silver.
Yep.
So, no decent opening yet for adyb. No Circle of Healing to bolster his injured Blade Master yet. Dark Cultist, though, come into play.
Yeah, here I think the real question is, do you want to play coin into Dark Cultist, or maybe even coin into the Angel Blade Master?
I like either play. Maybe more value out of the injured Blade Master. Maybe it can bait out a sap or something. So SI7 agent gonna come out raw. 3/3. Okay, here we go. So he can go into Blade Master into Coin Power Word Shield. Or Dark Cultist Coin Power Word Shield. That's also an option. He's just gonna keep it. Probably wants the Sludge Belcher out next turn.
So Bloodmage Talnos comes out. Eviscerate gonna deal for 5. Dark Cultist goes down without any value there.
Yikes.
And adyb takes 3 damage. Worst
So Power Word
possible
Shield.
scenario.
Power Word Shield could have saved him there. But I guess, you know, saving coin for... unless it gets sapped. This is gonna suck if it gets sapped.
I think he's learning from that game which his Yeti got set back, and which resulted in his loss, obviously. So, yeah. Crazy. You always play... When you play against Rogue, always have to be careful of those saps.
Yeah. Even if there are just 2 saps, they can come in the worst possible moment. And wow, 5 damage eviscerate. Just gonna clean that up tidily. 3 more damage, 4 more damage from iambiscuit. Priest is now down to 23. Okay, I think now it's time for Blade Master, possibly.
I think here is where you ask yourself if you want to clear the board. I would want to do that with Okanai Circle of Healing.
Yes, that works also. 3 cards in hand, of course, for iambiscuit. This could be the tempo that he needs. He can also draw with Power Word Shield and ensuring the survival of the Soul Priest. So he's gonna go with that play. Circle of Healing coming down, drawing 1 for iambiscuit. And he's choosing not to use Power Word Shield.
Yeah, because it's not going to be useful. There is a dagger dealing 3 damage in the hand there for iambiscuit. It's not going to help the Okanai much.
So Shiv's gonna get some value. Fan of Knives gonna come out. iambiscuit, I mean, I think he's just telegraphing that he wants his draw.
Yep. And I think that's it. You might just want to do the Blade Master play here. But it's going to be pretty scary because there is still the sap here for iambiscuit.
Yep, that's right. Not gonna get much value out of that though, if he saps that. But he's gonna go for it anyway. SI7 agent, 2 more damage, 21 left for adyb. Chooses to keep the last charge. Here comes, well, 2 double Blade Master, potentially. He can Thought Steal also, let's see. Maybe he can pull something out. Chooses to turn it into a Yeti instead, 4/5. 4/5 for 5, so not exactly Yeti.
And iambiscuit playing the Miracle Rogue variation here for Maligos. And I think that This time around, it looks like he's setting up for that double preparation, double sinister strike. All he needs now is just the Maligos and probably just turn 9. That's it.
Thought Steal, what does he get? Wow. Okay. Deadly Poison, dead card, but
man.
Backstab could potentially be good.
It depends on what he uses it on. Yeah. I think right now adyb should be more concerned with his own health total at only 15. Maybe he doesn't know this is the Maligos variation for Miracle, which is why he's still okay with about 17 health plus minus. But personally, I would definitely worry here.
So I mean that's a good use of the Circle of Healing, just to keep the Blade Master alive. He knows that it's one of the few threats that he has. Of course, he has Mind Control. Stupid Mind Control. I hate Mind Control.
Oh, second sap. Oh my god.
Whoa! Lucky for iambiscuit. Getting a lot of value from those saps and leaving the 4/4 in play.
And here we have what looks like a backstab and into a Holy Nova just to try and heal himself a little bit. He was also going to use his hero power just to go back to 18 health. And this is where the Rogue starts to feel a little frustrated because there is nothing much the Rogue could probably do in this instance except wait for Maligos and a second Eviscerate. But he's going to have some Assassin Blade to work with for now, and that's going to help narrow the gap between the health points of the ADYB's 15 health and near death situation for him.
So, Thought Steal. What if he steals Maligos? That would be crazy, but no, he gets on his Drake instead. Gonna use that for the draw. Healing up himself. Yep, pretty solid. If Maligos comes out and he's not able to kill him, that's really nice score for Mind Control, I think.
Yeah, but there is the Conceal in the hand there for iambiscuit. So therefore, I am not thinking that... Oh, he's actually going to use the Conceal here.
Does he have a second Deadly Poison already for possible finish next turn?
Nope. He can only deal 6 damage with double Sinister Strikes there, as well as the 3 damage in hand, that is going to be 9. Plus the 5, he's looking at 14. But we all know for sure that adyb is going to heal up, at least.
So Cabal Shadow Priest going to come down, knowing that he doesn't have any more minions with 2 or less. You mean Cabal Shadow Priest is usually used for something like a Harvest Golem. Yeah, so dropping the 4/5. Here comes Fan of Knives for the draw.
Oh, misplay. Holy cow. Okay, I would have gone with Preparation Fan of Knives. Then Maligos would come out. Then that would be an awesome time to deal enough damage for lethal. Fortunately, it seems like he's gonna have to wait for one more turn. Of course, that is a little bit risky, but if you ask me, it's already turn 10 by the way, so not that much of a difference, and I just felt like Maligos was gonna come out. I wish I told him about it, but apparently I can't.
So Sludge Belcher gonna put up some perceived defense, but there is no defense against Sinister Strike. Gonna take out the 5/5. So adyb, were there no Maligos, could have been, you know, in a good position, but unfortunately.
Yep. Seems like adyb for the first time in the Legends tournament not gonna get second place. Okay, there we go. It's not even in time for concede. 3-1 going in victory for Malaysian counterpart there, and iambiscuit walks away victorious. adyb first time around not gonna go into the semi-finals, whereas for iambiscuit, he will be there. Guaranteed 50 Singapore dollars prize pool. Alright, so that's it. We're gonna be back after a short break. 3 minutes or so just to consolidate what has been happening in this tournament. And once we're back, we'll give you guys more update as to what to expect. So see you guys in a while.